Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Totri, joined by Shawn DePaz and Shane Dieffenbach.
We outside!
We outside.
Boys, it's time to meet us on Mill because ASU, they made us sweat on this one a little bit, but they came up clutch at the end to get that 63-61 dub over Utah. I know your man, the myth, the legend. There he is. There he is. What'd you enjoy most about that? Just that last 20 seconds from Marreon.
I mean, he comes up clutch when the Sun Devils need him the most. He has been this whole year. Excuse me. The last 2 months when the Sun Devils need him the most, he has come up clutch, and he did it again tonight. He did not have a great shooting night. We'll get to the numbers later, but man, was that just confidence taking it to the cup. I mean, he beat his guy off the dribble, which he could have done the whole night. He was creating off the dribble most of the night as well. I believe he finished with 6 or 7 assists. The man is just so good at getting his own shot. And when they needed it the most, left hand, little finger roll action off the glass with 6 to go. Nothing better than that. Beating Utah, man, feels good.
Oh yeah, ice in his veins. For you, I know it was getting like just painful almost down the stretch because you could see that Utah was obviously going on such a nice run to finish the game. It almost looked like an ASU team of old would have dropped that game. What does this say about, not only Marreon, but for the team to get a win like this, not have to sweat it out in overtime, but to do it in regulation? Just how important is that?
Oh, it's massive. And I mean, there's no DJ Horn. They had to put Marreon back in the starting lineup, which worried me admittedly because I mean we talked about the value he has as being a spark plug off the bench. But it felt different. It was funny because when you started the show and you said we're meeting on Mill, I was like, damn, when we came up with this, I didn't think we were going to be saying it as much as we had been. But we've been saying it like consistently. And it feels pretty damn good. But I mean, I think that those last few seconds when Marreon had the ball at like near the logo, near the half court, and it felt different. Like I was like, Marreon might do something here, which like I was a vocal disbeliever in Marreon, I guess, earlier in the year. But now he was standing there and I'm like, Marreon's about to do something. And it was admittedly expecting him to pull up and shoot a 3. I wasn't expecting him to drive like that. But either way, I was thinking, I trust Marreon Jackson, or even if it's not him, I trust him to at least make the right pass to get someone an open shot. And it's that is an all-time comment.
Joe with a comment saying, certainly can't lose to a team of 2K creative player looking dudes.
We talked a lot about
3 tall white dudes with long hair and headbands. Crazy look.
It's, I mean, the most Utah-looking team ever.
No drip.
But no drip at all. But that one, it felt good because like you said, normally go back 2 months ago. Go back. I mean, honestly, if this is how that last Utah game played out, I would have expected ASU to lose this game. Like Utah had all the momentum, and ASU survived, and it feels good to see them do something like that.
5 of 6 now, baby.
5 of 6. Okay, did you ever think you'd be able to say that at any point this season?
At the end of the season, yeah, I did.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I was asking the wrong person.
No, I didn't. Not at all. But it's like you said, they look different. Yeah. Marreon taking the ball up the court at the very end. It looked different. It felt different. It looked like Bobby had faith in the guys that he had out there. We've talked on this podcast about how much, like you guys have said, how important Marreon has been for this team coming off the bench. Started tonight in place of DJ Horn, played the most minutes of anybody in the starting lineup, 36. He did only have 4 points, obviously the 2 most important coming at the end, but 6 assists, 6 boards. What'd you see from just kind of the supporting cast out there? Especially in that starting lineup.
Shots were falling, man. Heath 7 for 11. Monty was 5 of 8. Jalen Graham was 6 of 11. Like the shooting percentage, which we'll get to later, it was solid. This team, when they're hitting their shots, I know it sounds silly, but when this team's hitting its shots, it's hard to beat because of how good the defense can be. And it showed up there at the end a little bit with the last shot. Obviously, the one that tied it, wide open dunk, but also you're double teaming, trying to create a turnover. Didn't really mind it. But yeah, when this team is making their shots, they can beat just about anybody. Maybe U of A admitted, but we saw U of A fall tonight against a Colorado team that was pissed off because the Sun Devils beat them.
Yep.
I think what you mentioned, the wide open dunk that tied the game there with 20 or 29 seconds, 28 seconds left. What I really liked about that was I feel like if it was anybody else but Kamani there, they almost challenge. They almost go up, and it probably leads to a foul, and you get the and one there. Kamani knew he didn't have the right position. Rather than just making an ignorant play, he lets it go and has trust at 28 seconds.
And the timing thing, I think, was what it was. I think Bobby and Kamani both knew the second it gets to under 30, we allow take a risk to get a layup. Yeah. If we can get a steal off of it and they tie it, we know we're better, and they were better. And I think that was the plan. Once you're assured the last shot, go try something crazy. And I think that's what they did.
Yeah. People can say what they want about Bobby's quote unquote coaching ability, his X's and O's, but that's one thing that you cannot doubt about him is his unwavering faith in his team. Yeah. And that was most certainly on display at the end of this game. And that's why they won. If Bobby doesn't believe in his guys to the extent that he does, they don't win this game.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Evan B. He was on Twitter posting pictures. He was at the game tonight and said it was fun. So what was the atmosphere like, Coach Evan B? It looked pretty dead. Yeah. It's a bunch of airball chants, and then Jay Heath silencing them after he dropped one of them.
Love it. Coach MB says he got booed after the win and pointed at ASU fans who was told to get out of here after a win.
Love it.
Hey, that's how it's got to be.
Be the enemy.
Be the enemy. That's what we're here for. We love it.
My goodness. We talked a little bit about Kamani. Made history tonight.
Yeah.
Most games played by a Sun Devil basketball player, 133 games.
It's a lot of basketball.
A lot of basketball indeed. And especially in an age where guys are not sticking around at one school or in school period for that long.
Yeah.
It's awesome to have someone that is kind of a stalwart there and clearly is providing a certain amount of leadership when this team has struggled. It's one thing to have someone like Bobby, but when you have a guy that intern David said Utah fans were off that Sprite Zero. That's honestly the vibe I got. They were a little caffeinated.
No caffeine.
No, that's true. No caffeine. They had
a sugar rush.
Yeah, true. The sugar rush.
It doesn't feel like Kamani's played this many games because we've seen so many different Kamanis over the years. Freshman year, he couldn't really shoot, and then I feel like his sophomore and junior years, and even a little part of his senior year, he had a little bit of a 3-point ball.
Yeah, he had a shot.
Yeah, and now it just kind of disappears, but he finds other ways to score. And we saw a little bit of the old Kamani, the early season Kamani, the double Kamani tonight. So that was good to see.
Yeah, 10 points from Kamani, 15 from Jalen Graham. That was a 15, that was a sneaky 15.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like he's done in the past where I feel like he's gone on stretches by himself where it was like 6, 8, 10 points, whatever. Like this was so spread out through the game. But I think this was just as much of an important showing from Jalen Graham as anybody else because it wasn't in those streaky, let me score 6 here and then let me get the last 8 down the stretch. Like he was able to kind of space out his buckets. But I mean, we'll get to this last guy a little bit later, but Jay Heath, my God.
Yep. When you need him the most as well.
Jay Heath.
He had a couple he had a couple we need a bucket moments. And he delivered a 3 when they were making one of their runs in the second half. A couple drives to the bucket. Totri's favorite soft finisher, finishing strong tonight. I really liked what I saw from him overall.
Yeah, I mean, for all the times that Marreon's gotten hot, or obviously he wasn't playing, but DJ Horn has his streaks. This was one of the only times this season where I felt like ASU had somebody that was a scorer. They could go get a bucket if they needed to. At any time that they had the ball, I believe that they were going to make a play. And that in and of itself is a really nice, refreshing feeling.
Yeah. We've talked a little bit about the individual numbers. Let's take a look at the team stats, see if we can pull away, something that was really, really surprising to me was the fact that the end of the game, ASU 11 turnovers to Utah 7, and they still come away with that 2-point dub. You look at the shooting percentages there, ASU shooting almost 50% from the field. Not a great night from behind the arc for really either team, but another night where ASU out-rebounds its opponent, this time out-rebounding the Utes by 7, and then obviously the assist numbers pretty close together. Shane, which number for you sticks out the most?
This was a game that no team deserved to shoot well from the 3-point line. Luther Muhammad was hot early. That was fun.
Was really fun.
But not really either team getting the greatest looks from the 3-point arc. early in the game, late in the game, doesn't matter. It wasn't pretty. Utah found some open threes in the corner late in the game that hurt the Sun Devils, and obviously the one that ended up tying it with like a minute to go. But yeah, I think the rebounding number again, it's just fun to see this team, even though Utah is not the biggest team by any means. It's fun to see this team win a rebounding battle any given night.
Yeah. The field goal percentage was nice to see when you consider the fact that they shot so poorly from three. I think that was a big problem that we had with this team earlier in the season, was that they would struggle to shoot threes, and then they would just keep chucking up bad threes and not adjust at all. And I feel like that was not the case tonight.
Yeah.
They were getting baskets down low. They were able to score even when the 3-point shot was failing.
Yeah.
And that is really reassuring, because that's something even in the wins you haven't seen too often from this team.
Yeah.
ASU won this rebounding battle by 7. Last game they lost the rebounding battle by 7. Also, deja vu. The score of the last game this one was 63-61. The last one was 64-62.
Yeah, both games coming down to legit the last shot right there. And also, we talk about how this team has kind of evolved in just their terms of scoring throughout the season, and it's nice to see them shooting. Just to put into perspective, their last 6 games, they've only had one game under 45. Yeah. One game under 45% from the field. That was the UCLA game. They shot 40%. And of the other 5, only one was under 49%.
Wow.
So they have been shooting lights out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about this team. Like, there's teams in this conference that are better than Arizona State, if we're being realistic. Duh. But like their offense has been showing up every single night now. And like we've mentioned, beat it to death. Their defense is always there.
Yeah.
But their offense is showing up every night now. And that's exactly, I mean, keep giving Shane his flowers. That's exactly what Shane has been saying. Like, it's about how you finish and how you're playing going into the tournament. And they're playing the most consistent. They're playing some of the most consistent basketball in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue the most consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Arizona is scary.
Arizona tonight was a fluke. I would say.
Still, I mean, you talk consistency.
Yeah, like these last 6 games, even that loss to UCLA, their offense still. It's not like there wasn't like the pit of despair that this offense has been at points of the season.
And this was the first time where you saw a little bit of shift in consistency in terms of the scoring. This is the first time the ASU had a player like kind of take over a little bit.
Yeah.
Jay Heath was that guy, because the last 4 wins have all come at the hands of 10+ points from various Sun Devil players. And tonight was a little bit of the same. We talked about that, but Jay Heath was the one that really pushed this team over the hump and made it look like it was going to be a blowout for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Quick side note, we saw basically no Enoch tonight.
Yeah.
Thank God.
How many minutes did he play?
Enoch played, let's see.
He had 1 turnover and 2 personal fouls. Yeah. I know that, but
he played.
He also had
6 minutes.
He had 1 foul that wasn't very personal.
Played 6 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
6
minutes, 2 fouls, 1 turnover.
It didn't even feel like he had played that much. Like, I can't even remember.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he played in the second half at all.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's Bobby is adapting a lot more at this part of like the second half of the season than he was at the beginning. I feel like.
I think it's because Utah definitely has some bigs that can shoot.
That's a good point.
That are decent shooters, and I don't think they want Enoch out there on the perimeter. So
that's
that would make some sense for him to get fewer minutes. But you mentioned, 6 minutes is not a whole lot.
Another thing in terms of the minutes, I was expecting maybe they dip into the bench a little bit more, maybe some Olmstead minutes or something.
Nope.
Because DJ Horn, only 8 players played tonight.
Yeah.
You usually see 9 or 10.
And you remember, it was, I don't know how many exact players played in, I think it was that USC game. More like Enoch getting. Wow, David, you're a bad comedian.
David is on fire tonight. What are you talking about?
Those are bad. I can't remember the exact number of players that ASU had available for that USC game when Bobby got suspended. But like you compared that game where they had limited players, right? Again, missing a starter in that game versus to where they're at now. Again, limited players missing their starting point guard, and completely different teams, right? Absolutely, completely different teams. ASU just. I don't know, man. Yeah. They've heard you. It's weird. It's weird.
One thing I do want to talk about before we move on, Coach Evan B in the chat says, "What's up with Hurley pulling the plug on the offense with 7 minutes left? Absolutely no flow to the end. He was playing to not lose." And that's something I said. I remember with 4 minutes to go, Jemiah Neal they broke the press and he had a 2-on-1 and he pulled it out. And I would assume Bobby was in his ear saying, "Pull it out." That's something I'm not a fan of. I'm a big fan of stepping on throats when you're up by double digits.
Yeah.
And that's something they didn't do. And that's something that I think they'll learn from, because this team does adapt. They stick to what they know, but they also learn from their mistakes. And they have been in the past. I think if they have another lead like this against, Cal or against Stanford, I don't think they let off the gas. No. And it also in part because their shooting went cold. And some of the shots they were getting weren't falling, and Utah really played some good defense. But that does come at the hands of ASU not speeding up the pace, because as I've said all year long, this team looks pretty good when it's running.
Yeah, on a very small scale, it is nice to see, because I think even earlier in this season, Jemiah would have just run at the hoop. And so it is nice to see that he is maturing a little bit and is able to slow down.
Man, he's going to be good.
I think he's going to be good too. Obviously, in this particular situation, I wish he hadn't. This is clearly a team that feeds off momentum. But yeah, like you said, that is why Utah got back into this game, is because they slowed down the pace.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and I believe they will. They'll learn from that.
Joe brings up a good point. Like, you don't have to like completely like go at that you're fast paced the whole time. If you want to slow it down, you can slow down the pace, just run some sets. And I know this team isn't good at running sets, believe me. But he says go to Jalen Graham more at the end of the game. Joe said in the comments, and yeah, that's a way to slow it down. Set up a post position. That's not a play. Just have him drop anchor and go to work down there. And we've seen it work. I mean, he did it a couple times tonight. He's shooter.
He had one shot where, what was it, top of the key, where
hit the glass.
Banked in. Oh my god,
yeah, that was unbelievable.
You can't help but laugh. Like, we make jokes like it's, it is what it is, but they go in. Like, his shots go in. Sometimes I do not know how. Like, it's magnetic at this point to where it's just like, what the hell is happening?
It's very,
but it's gotten to the point where so many have gone down that it's not a fluke. Like, he just has a weird shot.
Yeah, it's like an ugly puppy. It's still adorable, but it's
okay.
Jalen ugly puppy Graham.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but not in the traditional sense.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Dear God. Well, it is Saturday, so what better time to have a drink in honor of ASU's dub? Let's get to the ASU aftertaste. And you know what? I don't really have a sus way to transition. So, Shawn, what are you going to be drinking tonight in honor of ASU's dub?
Well, because I was literally drinking, as you said that, some nice purified water.
That's what it tastes like?
It felt like
I got you. I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
One, decaf coffee.
Ooh,
because one, the obvious. Two,
wait, what's the obvious?
Utah.
Utah.
Okay. My bad.
And two, it felt like or maybe hot chocolate. Sitting down.
Well, I don't like chocolate, so.
What?
I know we you don't like dessert. Shut the hell up.
Then we gotta.
Okay, I didn't say I didn't like dessert. I said they're overrated.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. But yeah, it just felt like I'm sitting down at a fire. Like I was a little bit worried, but I wasn't like stressing out. I felt like they could get this done. So I was, like, it's like my kids came home like a little bit past curfew, but I knew they were gonna get home safe anyway.
You have children?
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
I don't have kids.
What it tastes like?
I'm gonna be like a protein shake, only because it was like it's just like it didn't taste particularly good, but like in the end you knew it was good for you. Like there's good things to take away from this win, but I didn't really enjoy like how it happened.
Yeah.
I guess you could also honestly alcohol. Don't really enjoy the way it went down, but I enjoyed the outcome. So just alcohol in general.
A tequila
soda, exception is the exception because I enjoy the taste of those. Yeah, kind of like a tequila shot, but like cheap tequila.
Yeah, Cazadores.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a long drink here. Like, I'm enjoying it, but it's just too sweet for me at the very halfway through. A long drink? You never had a long drink before?
No.
Have you?
Oh, were you drinking those in Old Town?
Yes,
I think I tasted.
No, he was drinking High Noons.
No, he wasn't.
No, that wasn't High Noon.
No, you did. I did.
Yeah.
It was very sweet.
It was too sweet.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like, it tastes good. A little too sweet.
How are you gonna sip on that, but you don't like dessert?
Why you guys are hung up on this fucking dessert thing?
Everybody in the chat come at Totri's neck for not.
No, everybody in the chat. What is your favorite dessert and why? Now I'm.
Do you have a favorite dessert, Totri?
Yeah, I do. Banana cream pie.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
I grew up off that shit. Bob Evans banana cream pie every Saturday.
Banana
I
cream
shit
pie
you not.
slaps,
that shit is
bro.
Elite.
It does slap.
Elite.
Like, if I'm gonna eat a dessert,
I've never seen Shawn smile that hard
I love it. Is like a legit childhood memory. Is Bob Evans banana cream
I see it
pie.
like in your eyes.
Yes. Oh yeah. Totri. Yes.
Chocolate coins.
No, I
What's
don't
a
like.
chocolate
I don't like
coin?
chocolate. You don't know what a chocolate coin is? I don't like chocolate.
Yeah.
But like the
those
literal
are so
coin.
average.
I know. I was just kidding. Freeze the chocolate coins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what's not average? It's
Strawberry shortcake is my favorite now.
The offers at DraftKings Sportsbook. Those are not
well
average.
above
They're not
average.
chocolate coins. Right now, for new customers, you bet $1 and get $150 in free bets on any NBA team that wins. It really is that simple. And if you're not a new customer, they've still got same game parlays. The NBA is back after the All-Star break. We saw, what was it? Kyrie and
Seth Curry.
The other Curry.
Yep.
They ended up
backcourt back together again.
They outdueled the Bucks.
57
ended
points.
up winning by 3.
Is Seth Curry the best Curry? He said with heavy sarcasm.
So look, if you want to make some money, unlike the boys did tonight, do you want to really quick talk about?
Yeah, I had a nice. So first of all, 1 through 5 lost tonight.
1 through 6.
1 through 6.
Wait, did
Gonzaga lose?
Did Gonzaga end up losing?
I would assume
they were down 8
I will.
with 2 minutes to
Confirm.
play.
I'll confirm real quick.
But yeah, first of all,
Gonzaga did lose 67-57
so
to 23 ranked St. Mary's.
1 through 6, I believe, went down.
And
tonight.
number 9.
And number 9. And I had 2 of those teams covering their spread. Obviously, that didn't happen, but the third one was ASU money line in that parlay. So that would have been a nice cash for your boy, but it didn't happen. I'm struggling. I'm not struggling on bets. The bets I'm giving out are good. I just keep doing dumb things. I keep throwing heavy units on things that shouldn't have heavy units on it, except for Purdue Fort Worth University, who have now won, I think, 10 straight. Guys, that's a fucking money well.
We ride with the Mastodons.
Horizon League, Mastodons for life.
What's our guy's name?
Jojo Peterson.
Jojo Peterson.
What's that?
You want to talk about an automated K2 or 2K player?
Yeah.
Jojo Peterson.
Mhm.
But my DraftKings pick of the week from the Coyote show yesterday, ASU money line.
Nice.
Ooh,
cash it.
Spicy.
I'm pretty good with pick of the week.
That one hit. Look, if you want to make some money, it really is pretty simple. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code PHNX and bet just $1 on any NBA team and get $150 in free bets if they win. That's promo code PHNX at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. A minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Can somebody throw their social security number in the chat so I can sign up for a new account and get free bets?
You're admitting to a felony on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to actually happen.
David,
FBI,
don't. David.
FBI, if you're listening.
David, just because you're an intern doesn't mean you have to do that. Don't do that. Nobody actually put their
As
social...
he deletes, as he bases. Oh man. Back to the game though.
Yeah.
Away from the felonies, back to the basketball.
That's a good transition right there. Jay Heath. We talked about him a little earlier. He's got to be bottle service. He's got to get bottle service tonight, right?
Yeah, he does.
Heath check.
Heath check.
There you go.
He does get bottle service tonight. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 of 11 from the field. As we said, just when ASU really needed that bucket, they got it. Wait, can we go back, pull it up? We haven't really talked about this graphic.
Oh no.
Does the chat like it? Because I fucking love it.
It is.
Do you guys understand what's going on at least?
I want to
I know you guys do. I'm talking to the chat though.
I want to know why I don't have anything on my shirt. Why am I just wearing a red shirt?
I think you're so drunk that your shirt's backwards.
I like that.
I
love that
that's
explanation.
A great take.
I love that explanation.
That is a great take. One of Totri's first. David put his social in the chat.
Somebody
get that down. Just get that down. That's not my social. It's just random numbers.
That number is not random. It's too random to the point where it might be someone's.
Well, it was
social.
1, 2, 3 to start.
Oh, you never know.
Wow. Okay, so back to Jay.
Yes.
20 points.
Baller.
He's just wet, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, I was worried about, like, although he hasn't been producing offensively, I was worried about what the absence of DJ Horne might mean for this game, and he stepped up.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't. Not that he necessarily filled the void, like I said, that DJ had been leaving, but he was going to get more minutes. Him and Marreon were both going to get more minutes because of the absence, and they both stepped up in different ways. But the offensive output from Jay, like I said earlier, like, it felt like he can get a bucket whenever he wanted to. Like, he felt like a legit scorer, outside, inside, however he wanted to do it. So he obviously deserved bottle service. But
really good on defense tonight too.
Yeah.
Picking up the ball at like 40 feet every time. I thought he was great.
Yeah, and it's tough because there was a point where we wanted to give it to Kamani because obviously he made history tonight in a Sun Devil uniform. He was having a really good game, but there was a point where he just hit a big three, and
he hit like three. He hit three huge shots on down the stretch.
And we looked, and it was like it wasn't a quiet 20 points, but it was like, damn,
yeah,
20 points.
Yeah. If you look at his last couple games, so he had 20 tonight, 18 against Colorado, 9 against UCLA, 13 against Oregon State. Like this man, like has low-key been on kind of a tear these last 4 games for an ASU team that we're used to winning with like 10 points across the board.
And not only was DJ Horn not playing, you didn't get your offensive output from Marreon that you've been getting on this
Luther
6-game stretch.
With Marreon with only 4 points.
And Luther was the one that stepped up though.
Luther had a big night too.
He was great. Yeah.
Another great Jay Heath pun. Low tone component in the comments. 20 points on the road is good for your Heath.
Good for your Heath.
Nice.
Wow. Nice. I'm loving these. These are the fact that this is the first time that I'm hearing all these.
Just about to say where. I mean, I know he hasn't produced like this yet, but where have all these Heath puns been?
Heath is raising the bar.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
There we go.
That took me a second.
Yeah.
Heath bar. Got it.
Oh God. Well,
we have a witty chat tonight.
We do. I love it.
We usually do.
I mean, we do.
Do we have the smartest chat?
No. They listen to us. You know, we make people dumber.
No, that's cat.
Basketball knowledge, we don't.
But like
Friday Fun Day.
The average IQ on a Friday Fun Day is definitely lower than it is on any other given night.
I shift my brain into neutral during those Friday shows.
Those are always good though.
None of our shows are bad.
They're good
Literally
for a different reason.
Never done a bad show. I can't miss.
You specifically?
Okay, Jay Heath.
Thanks.
Yeah. That was good.
Thanks, dog.
That was good. Let's see if you miss here with the lyric of the game. I think I know what it is, but
this
so
is not a miss. We have a video to incorporate this as well, which we'll show after. But this comes from Basketball.
They're
by
playing
basketball. My favorite play is the Awooey Oop. Apparently, nice job, intern Emma.
Emma the intern.
I thought we all knew I can't spell.
My favorite play is the alley oop.
I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go. Something about Bow Wow. We're playing basketball. If you haven't seen Like Mike, go watch it.
The lower third back up.
Go find a VHS of Like Mike somewhere. Dust off your VHS player and watch it.
And
that song's in it.
It's funny because I was saying one of these games, our lyric of the game has to be from that song.
Yeah.
And I think it was just going to be like, if it was a board game, it would just be, I like the way they dribble up and down the court, or basketball is my favorite sport.
Also very well,
or just literally they're playing basketball.
Yeah. Or I was going to say this one, if there was a cool alley-oop, 2 minutes after I said that.
Not even, like 30 seconds.
2 minutes after I said that, we got this clip from Marreon and Alonzo Gaffney. Marreon with just a dime of a pass to Gaffney and one. Unfortunately, he missed the free throw, but it didn't matter. This put ASU up by 6, and it kind of ignited that run to get them up to, I believe, 12 at one point. Maybe 14.
Yeah, even. 14 was their biggest lead of the night. Those were Alonzo's only points.
He almost Gaffney'd, but he didn't.
He almost Gaffney'd. He masked-kneed. This, I mean, I feel like I
only one foul for Gaffney.
Ooh. Yeah, that was big. The only guy in foul trouble tonight, I think, was Jalen Graham, and he had 3. But like
9 fouls?
9 fouls.
This was something I was not used to. That's why I think the game went by so quickly, like in my eyes, because we're used to ASU having 19, 20 fouls.
40 foul. Yeah. But I mentioned it earlier in the year, like we never see this team dunk the ball, period, get alley-oops at all. And over the stretch where their offense is producing, you've seen like at least one every game, I feel like.
Yeah, since the new year, we've seen like a bunch of dunks, which is funny to say when you're talking about a basketball team.
But you didn't see it from this team.
But I mean, the Oregon game, there was like 3 dagger dunks in a row.
Do you think it's a confidence thing?
100%.
It's not even just confidence. It's them vibing together.
It's so much like the ASU football team. When the defense gets going and they get the swagger, so does the offense, and they start cooking. It's the same thing. When the defense gets going, they get the swagger, everyone starts cooking, and they're having a good time. And that's why people laugh. But a week ago, I said they looked like they were having fun. And when this team is having fun, they play good.
And these dunks aren't, it's not like these dunks are like someone's getting a steal and it's a fast break dunk. A lot of these are like this, where it's guys playing together.
Yeah.
It's guys like you could see that they are vibing together in a way that they were not at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the season. and that's how you get these plays. And it just makes ASU basketball more fun. Like it's a more fun way to win
for sure.
Yeah, are you guys having more fun watching these games now that it's like dub season?
No, Totri, I hate winning.
I hate winning.
Is this a transition?
No, it's not a transition.
It
But
felt
it
like-
can
it
be.
did
Do you
feel
want
like-
it to be a transition?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's always dub season at Go PHNX.
This definitely was a transition.
Yeah, that's
If you want to unlock a world of Arizona sports coverage you never imagined possible,
You
head
hear
to
that?
Wow. Okay. Head to
You honestly had me
gophnx.com
scared.
today and become a member of the family. You're going to get either a free t-shirt from the PHNX Locker or your first month for just 50 cents just for signing up. Deal of the week, it seems like it's the deal of the month, is 20% off Sun shirts for members. The best shirts out there. The CP3 shirt, to my knowledge, is on the way. It is going to be coming
PHNX
soon.
D-backs.
You got a
D-backs.
D-backs one on.
gonna be rocking that at Chase Field if baseball literally ever happens.
It
again.
won't. Baseball won't happen. But
You
you'll
know-
have the shirt.
Well, I have to bring a point when you finish your
What's
outro.
happening here?
I just got excited about
Shawnee
something.
Appleseed.
Banana cream pie. Yeah, go get the shirts. They're comfortable. They make you look like you're jacked, just like Shane over here.
His biceps did look scrumptious the other day.
Wow. Scrumptious biceps
Ooh.
from Shane. Wow, in the corner. I'm struggling to get the scrumptious biceps. But again, go become a member of the family. You're going to get either a free t-shirt from that locker or your first month for just 50 cents just for signing up. Now, go ahead.
Did you know the commissioner can just end the lockout?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous to me.
I feel like not enough people know that though.
Like they can just start playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Arizona economy is struggling.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, but I mean, it's absurd to me. I hate the lockout. Play some goddamn baseball.
Baseball.
We need a scrumptious biceps cam. We don't, because when you zoom in, you're going to see that they're not as scrumptious as they may appear.
Yeah.
It's like a rear view mirror.
So-
Sort of thing.
Biceps are more scrumptious.
Edible biceps. Interesting.
Any biceps are edible
So-
if you try hard enough.
Okay.
No.
So before
yes,
halftime,
okay.
I said, so I was thinking, and then I had stopped myself. I was like, I'm going to save this for the show.
Which I really hate that you
Yeah,
do.
well, suffer. This is what it is. I feel like sometimes
Oh, God.
you guys love to say, ooh, we're drippy as hell. Look at my outfit.
Who, as in us?
Yes.
We are.
Okay, sure. Cool. When needed, I can get there. I think you guys are overdressing, and I think that's the problem. I think that's why you think that's happening. It's a Saturday night, sure, but you're not going anywhere after this. It's fucking 10:40. I'm in my fucking nice
I've been dressed
DraftKings
like
hoodie.
this all day.
Yeah,
I get out of bed like this.
cool. That's awesome.
This is like what we said.
I'm comfortable.
This is like
This
what
is not
I am
uncomfy.
comfortable at too. These are like fucking drawstring pants and a sweater. A. B. Like I said the other day when we were talking with the Suns people, I'm not overdressed. I'm not bougie. Some people just have their standards are just too low.
Wow. Wait. Are you calling his standards out for drip? His drip standards are to the floor.
To the floor.
I'm not going to say that to the floor because, like Shane said, and I believe him, he can get there if he needs
No,
to.
100%.
I
We've seen
have.
you get there. We've seen you get there.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh,
When?
Yes.
When?
We've seen his drip get there.
just
I don't know if his drip has ever been on our level, but like it's
you are
been
wearing
there.
a shirt with dogs on it.
Yeah, I
Shut
was
your
about to
mouth.
say,
Pull your shoes up again. That's offensive.
Pink Jays.
Yeah, those are offensive.
Pink Jays and
I
dogs.
wanna-
What do you not like about pink Jays and dogs?
They hurt my eyes.
I disagree with you.
Can we?
Okay.
Hold on. Totri, I appreciate what you're trying to do. Don't compare yourself to me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I got the Fear of God fitted.
Hmm.
I got the crispy Air Force Ones. I am the best dressed person
No.
at PHNX.
100%. You know who you look like? I'm gonna actually pull it up.
Okay, great.
Good
This is
content.
great radio.
Good content. Good content. Radio.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live. 98.7.
What was that cartoon with the anteater? Arthur. Yeah, you look like Arthur.
Could have just said that.
I didn't know what it was until I started Googling.
You have two resourceful men here.
Anteater.
This is gonna look real good on the camera when you show it in your phone, I'm sure.
So since
you know what, I'm not gonna show up. You look like Arthur the Anteater.
Yeah. Oh, he is an art.
Whatever, bro. You still watch PBS?
It's just common knowledge.
No, it's not.
Isn't he like older? And
he's 25.
That's crazy. What were you trying to say, Shane?
If you bought it at a thrift store, then is it really bougie? Yes. Because some thrift stores, the thrift stores I go to in Scottsdale, Savers, Buffalo Exchange.
Buffalo Exchange is good.
Expensive.
Buffalo
can get expensive.
I'm a big Plato's Closet fan. That's where I got my $180 Nike sweatpants for $16.
Nice. Bougie.
Yeah. I don't think that's bougie though.
No.
Because I'm willing to accept the fact that someone else wore them. And I feel like if you were bougie, you would not do that.
So what's the takeaway from all of this?
Nothing. Being best dressed is subjective in a couple ways. One, because people like different things. And two, best dressed has different meanings. I think I'm the best dressed right now because I am supremely comfortable. And I'm sure you're very comfortable as well. But I did this to be comfortable. Also, can we get some claps for the hair? I shampooed these sides only and not the top tonight, and now it's even.
Nice
job, dude.
Also, it's like platinum. I think I look beautiful.
I'm gonna let you have your moment.
No, what'd you say?
No,
what were you thinking?
Just that.
Go ahead.
We're here.
Objectively better dressed.
Okay, that's
right
fine.
this moment. Why? Why do you gotta turn it into a fight? Oh, always. You're always better dressed. Bees, what do you think?
I have the most. Thank you,
Bees.
Fucking. Thank you, Bees.
What is he saying
Bees
exactly?
is my guy. I don't know, but he's agreeing with me.
I think he's just talking about your sweatpants.
Yeah.
Okay, can we move on?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna move on to a subject that literally has to do with drip.
More drip, baby.
So we talked about how undrippy the entire state of Utah is.
Man buns need to go.
Whoa. I had a man bun my freshman year of college.
That is not surprise me.
Reinforce my point.
Probably the worst drip on the PHNX Sun Devil show.
No, that is not true at all. That's not true at all.
All I can say is that if your argument is that, like, if you're taking Shane's side of the argument that he's the most drippy, the best dressed because he dresses for the occasion, then Shane wins. If you're doing who looks best on the nicest clothes, I win. You don't win either of those situations, Totri. You're second in both of them. Well, actually, no, you're probably third in the comfort thing because I'm wearing a sweater and drawstring pants. So I'm probably second in the comfort thing. But if we're talking like fashion levels, you are second. I will give you that over Shane.
Okay.
But as I was saying, and you didn't need to expose yourself for the man bun thing. Man buns need to go, especially when it's a 7-foot white boy with a sweatband. The man bun needs to go.
3 of them had headbands.
Unbelievable.
And they were all undrippy. So
they're not Kirk Risa. Stop trying.
That got us thinking. If you were out on the court tonight, what's your drip?
So I love Jay Heath's long sleeve undershirt that he wears.
Oh, I do,
especially in the gold. But I'm thinking, because I'm a big fan of the leave your right arm completely open for just buckets or whatever you shoot with. So I'm thinking left arm long sleeve. You know, you've seen those before. Left arm long sleeve.
What color?
Whatever color the jersey is, like Jay Heath does.
Okay.
Left leg sleeve, full pad.
Yeah.
Okay. Long socks underneath the sleeve, so the leg sleeve goes all the way down.
I see what you're saying.
That's fair. Because then the right sock's just sticking out because there's nothing on my right. There's nothing on the right side of my body except for my shorts and my shirt.
The stuff that has to be there.
Yeah, the stuff that has to be there.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if you had nothing on the right side.
Yeah, that would be weird. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Are you doing the finger tape like you talked about earlier?
Yeah, finger tape on my left hand.
Oh, so legit nothing on the right.
No.
Okay, right, only for buckets.
I'm definitely going shooter sleeve with the elbow pad on the left.
It's a great one. The hex pad, love that.
I'm going tape on the right wrist.
Okay, that's hard.
I'm a big fan of the tape wrist.
Yeah, not a wristband of tape.
No, tape. Yeah,
love that.
And on the left, I'll go like one of the rubber bands, like the rubber band.
Okay,
bracelets.
like Lance Armstrong.
Well, not like that. But yes, like that. Minus the steroids. And the line.
And
yeah. All of the bad stuff about Lance.
Yeah.
I'm going like shin length underpants, like compression pants.
Underpants.
Compression pants on both legs.
Okay.
And then socks that are just like that leave like a gap about that big.
Like that.
And a headband. All
your headband.
All jersey color.
Yeah, love that.
All jersey color.
That's a lot of drip.
And the right arm is got a short sleeve.
Oh, nice. On your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Although I will say that part of me, because there was a basketball player that I knew that did this, he got like a leg sleeve, like tatted, And so then he only started wearing only one sleeve on his leg so he could show off the tat. And I would love to do that. If I was a baller, I would get yadded up.
Intern David says for 2K, I go shooter sleeve on the left, leg sleeve on the right leg, and headband for the fro.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a fro, a headband's obligatory. I feel
you have to have it.
It's obligatory.
It's a must. If you don't, it looks weird. I feel like if you're just rocking a fro.
Although I will say, especially when I had longer hair, I know the NBA's banned it, but the ninja headband that De'Aaron Fox used to rock, I loved that.
That was so hard.
I loved that.
That would have been super nice. Honestly, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm just going shooter sleeve on the right side. Like you're keeping the right side clean. I'm keeping the left side clean.
Why? Yeah, why?
Yeah, just be different.
Is that all? It's just straight shooter sleeve, no
shooter sleeve, nothing else.
What length socks? Are you going like no shows? You going like
no shows go hard.
I'm going no shows.
Hardly disagree.
I'm going no shows.
Hard disagree.
Wait, no shows go hard with low cuts shoes like Kobe's.
I see what you're saying. Yes, more so than high tops, but I'm pretty anti no show socks in general. Are you going high tops or low tops for the sneakers?
Low tops.
High.
I'm going lows. I have like a pair of nice custom low Kyries.
I like lows. Ankles scare me.
Yeah, and you'd be the big guy. So like you'd be the big man.
I would be the big guy.
Well, like I'm talking about
you are the big guy.
I am.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm 2 inches shorter than you. But
I'm
in the context of our basketball team that is dominating the interns. Not bringing that up again, even though I just brought it up. You would
don't interrupt me.
Totri looks like he goes shooter sleeve on both arms. He does.
Yeah. Listen, bro, I'm Matthew Dellavedova.
I don't hate that.
I'll give you all the
I'm
effort.
a huge shooter sleeve guy.
Yeah.
Definitely with the pads though. Like I'm on the knees and going pads.
Yeah.
On the shooter sleeve, I might not.
Do you ever wear them? They
just
actually
because?
serve a purpose.
The shooter sleeves are just the
knee pads. With the leg sleeves. I had a pair. I had a pink shooting sleeve with a hex pad and leg sleeves that I'd wear in like a Boys and Girls Club ball. Didn't actually wear in high school, obviously, because pink. Just like I wasn't good, so I can't do that.
Can't pull that.
But they do serve a purpose. So
what are your your sneakers, your basketball, like your playing sneakers?
I'm politely asking Devin Booker for one of his PEs.
You're a Nike guy though?
Yeah.
Are you also a Nike guy?
Yeah.
Duh.
I feel like they make. I mean,
yeah. I love Kyrie's basketball shoes. I love Kyrie's. I think I have a pair of like custom white and orange, like all white with like orange paint splatters on the sole. Kyrie 4s. Those things go hard. I just like the Kyrie's a lot.
Joe has an idea saying, "How about y'all just go get on 2K and show us how you come up with the next show?"
I'm actually down for that.
Low key, I got a lot of time coming up. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, and I just came into a little bit of cash because I sold an iPad. I might go buy 2K.
You sold an iPad, not your iPad?
Well, I might get 2K, create us, and we might have to run it.
Yeah.
Or y'all just need to get PlayStation 4s or 5s.
Big Xbox.
You're also an Xbox guy? I'll get an Xbox. Fuck. You guys are
also like just like those two have to go head to head, but I feel like at the end of the day, like getting a gaming PC is like.
I agree. I want a PC, but that's a lot more money.
It is a lot more.
I don't have space for that right now. 2K drip show, is that what B said?
Yeah.
We should do that for legit everybody in the office.
I've done that before with a group of friends. I've made everybody. I've also done that on NHL because you got more people there.
Who do you think would have the wildest drip at PHNX?
On the court?
Yeah.
Gerald.
The girl?
Yeah. Gerald has full arm sleeves, full leg sleeves.
I feel like Gerald was going in
with a mask.
Like just tank top, undershirt, so no sleeves, nothing. Just because he's coming out there like unassuming, and then he's gonna start like he's gonna be wet. I feel like Espo has the wildest drip because I feel like Espo's rocking the goggles.
Joe said create Espo as well.
Yeah, I feel like he's rocking the goggles.
Espo's got a nasty hood.
Well, that's the thing too. Oh, that's a part of my drip that I forgot. Like the
intern David in the chat. I do that on Wii. You guys already have me's.
Oh, you need to send those to us.
I really hope you're kidding.
If you are not kidding though, that's going on the internet review next week.
Yeah.
Friday.
And if you are kidding, make them.
The hot or not for the me's.
Yes. But part of my drip would be the like almost like cyclist, like athletic, like glasses, not like the spec Rex, like the Rex specs, but like the ones that are like kind of like baseball glasses. Yeah, I'm rocking those.
Cool.
Because I gotta see.
Yeah, that tends to be a big part of a lot of things is seeing.
Yeah, I've had my glasses knocked off my face one too many times playing basketball.
Wow, that was absolutely phenomenal. Before we get out of here, the last 2 games, regular season wise for ASU, Thursday against Cal, and then they wrap up the regular season Saturday, senior day, 1 p.m. Against Stanford. What needs to happen for ASU to close out the season with 2 more dubs?
Confidence. Just keep it rolling, man. Even though you dropped one to UCLA, you've still won 6 out of 5 or 5 out of 6. Sorry. And now you can finish the regular season winning 7 out of 8, and that brings so much confidence into Pac-12 play. Also, as we talked about, the dream is still alive to not play U of A in the second round with a Washington or Washington State collapse at the end of the season, but Oregon State needs to play really well for that to happen. But yeah, they can beat Cal. Cal just played a just gross game against Stanford tonight, both involved in terrible games. So, and both
they're
obviously
bad
opponents. So for the last 2 games. So yeah, just confidence, man. Play your basketball, both at home. If DFA doesn't show out for these last 2 games, I'm going to be extremely sad because this team so much deserves it for what they've been through this year.
I mean, Oregon State has done wilder things to end a Pac-12 season. So
yes, they have.
I feel, but these are 2 teams that I believe Arizona State should beat.
For
I feel
sure.
like they're better than both of them. Better than they were the last time they played Stanford. Hopefully the refs don't go crazy like they did in that Stanford game. Yes, I was going to say.
Capone says they must stay heathy.
That is also a huge part of it, and that's a huge part of why anything is possible in this tournament. I mean, like we said, obviously never rooting for injuries, but they're part of basketball. Yep. You never know what's going to happen. If anybody goes down, the tournament can be wide open.
Yeah.
So yeah, just play confident, keep the momentum going. Hopefully DJ's back. And then just keep the momentum going and get into March on a strong note, because then that's all. I firmly believe that this is the one team, obviously other than Arizona, but
you don't want to play them.
You don't want to play Arizona State in the tournament right now.
No, 100%. And I think after a win like this will be the last thing I say, but like a win tonight in the way that they did it, right, where it was 28 seconds left, they go up. Not only did they get the layup, but Utah gets a final possession with 6 seconds left, no fouls. They play phenomenal defense, and they get the dub. I think this is more important confidence-wise to get a win like this in regulation, a gritty game, especially coming off of, the last 3-4 games where, the 20-point dubs in 3 of them almost.
Yep.
So I think
they can win any kind of game.
Really, exactly. Yeah. That's what they needed. Is they needed to. It's one
come
thing
back down to earth a bit.
Yeah. They need to. Obviously, the blowout wins are great for fans and they're great for confidence down the stretch. But to win a close game like this, I feel like almost feels better. Than blowing a team out by 20.
It's like those when you see a team that's undefeated and they lose, and it's like, good thing they lost before the tournament and they got brought back down to earth. This is kind of like that. Yeah. I feel like this is as close to a loss as you can get in a win type thing, in terms of kind of humbling themselves. Not that they weren't humble, but no, I feel like this can definitely be of great value to them.
Yeah. Joe with actually a great reminder there. ASU baseball. Payne.
Yeah, it's interesting because their Twitter account just decided not to tweet out the final score, and looking at the final score, I understand why.
So why did you guys just bring up his comment and then ignore what he said? Make sure we end this before we talk about ASU baseball, and then you're like, let's talk about baseball.
But it was a good reminder. We need to talk about it
for a quick second.
For a quick second, we won't talk about it too much, Joe. I know it was painful.
I don't know if I even want to say the final score out loud.
Oof.
It was 19-3 BYU. Hey, we have I feel like Arizona State has an interesting relationship with Utah-based sports teams.
I just think that Arizona State's pitching staff is garbage. Thank you, guys.
Garbage. Hey, but look on the bright side. ASU basketball is winning. We're back to being a basketball school. Not necessarily guard you, but
hey, Jay Heath, Marreon Jackson, this is guard you all over again.
We're gonna end it on a positive note, and that's what's important. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. We're gonna be back with an audio show on Monday. We'll have plenty to talk about. Looking forward to the ASU's finishing up the regular season. The women's tournament starts next week as well. We'll be in Vegas for the men's tournament the following week. A lot of great stuff lined up. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can follow the show at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. Shawn,
follow me at Shawn _DePaz. Drippy
Sexy.
as always.
Whoa.
Drippy as always.
Drippy as always.
You can follow
And sexy
me
as always.
on Twitter at Shane Deef. Comfortable per usual.
Comfortable
Wow,
per
okay.
usual. I like
Thanks,
it.
guys. Peace.
Peace.